This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, in a task described bigger than Ben-Hur, an Australian climber was rescued this afternoon. Residents will be given the chance to have their say on proposed methods to improve water quality in Queenstown's Lake Hayes. And Dunedin South MP Claire Curran took a tour inside the first State House built in Dunedin since 2009. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. They described the task as bigger than Ben-Hur, but rescuers have managed to retrieve an Australian climber off Mount Aspiring this afternoon. Lieutenant Terry Harch has been helicoptered to Dunedin Hospital after he became trapped on the mountain on Tuesday. Wanaka Landsar spokesman Phil Melchior addressed media a short time ago.
Yes, I'm very happy to be able to say that we've successfully extracted the patient from the top of the Bona Glacier, and he's now on his way to Dunedin Hospital. His condition, as I understand it, is good. He had mild frostbite. He's been well cared for overnight and during today, and now he's in the hands of the paramedics, and shortly will be in hospital and he can be given any treatment that he requires. The extrication in the end was simple. It's always been a question of the weather. So he was there with our Alpine team, group of experts, and working and moving in this terrain and these conditions. So it's always been a question of getting the weather windows so that we could actually extract him. I would describe it as a very happy ending to a situation which could have been much worse than it was.
Dunedin police are on the hunt for a man who targeted the Pine Hill Dairy last night. It's the latest in a string of similar raids in the city. Police say the man entered the dairy on Pine Hill Road shortly before 7 p.m. and demanded money, but fled empty-handed. Police haven't confirmed whether a weapon was involved, but there are no reports of injuries. Residents will be given the chance to have their say on proposed methods to improve water quality in Queenstown's Lake Hayes. The Otago Regional Council has announced it will hold a public consultation on 3 possible methods for the lake's remediation later this year.
The current state of Lake Hayes in Queenstown. Nutrients stored in the lake bed have caused algal blooms to spread through the water as a result of phosphorus from fertilisers previously used nearby. The Otago Regional Council have 3 options on the table to fix the problem, some carrying a hefty price tag.
It has taken Otago Regional Council a very long time to get on to having a look at these particular issues, and I am very happy to say that we are finally doing it. I would have liked to have seen it done earlier.
Capping, flushing and destratification are the 3 proposed methods, the latter 2 aimed to cost about $400,000 each over a decade, while capping would cost somewhere between $90,000 and $550,000. The Friends of Lake Hayes Society say it's good to get the ball finally rolling.
Everyone sort of recognises there's no slam dunk here, so it's not certain exactly what the outcome will be from any given proposal. But given the scientists think that these are the best options, then we obviously support that.
But Davis says further development in the catchment area will only increase contamination levels if the correct infrastructure isn't installed.
These proposals, they'll help improve the actual quality of water that's in the lake at the moment. But, something which is really key is actually just to improve the quality of the water that enters the lake.
Public consultation for the 3 possible methods for the lake's remediation is expected to open later this year. In Queenstown, for The South Today.
A person has been taken to hospital in a critical condition following a crash in Queenstown this morning. 7 other people have also been taken to Lakes District Hospital for assessment following the crash on Gorge Road. A police spokesman says emergency services were called to the scene about 6 a.m. The road was closed for about 40 minutes before opening to one lane. A St John's spokesman says the crash involved a van with 8 people on board, but couldn't add further details on the person with critical injuries. Dunedin South MP Claire Curran took a tour inside the first state home built in Dunedin since 2009. This Concord address will now be a home to a Dunedin mother and her 6 children, and they're looking forward to moving in.
Budget, the government announced a package to build 6,400 more public housing.
Inside the first state house built in Dunedin since 2009. This Concord address will now be home to a Dunedin mother and her 6 children, and they're looking forward to moving in.
Yeah, it's beautiful to be back up on the hill.
The welcome mat was out at one of 10 new houses being built in the city as part of the government's regional housing program. Local MP Claire Curran handed the keys over and took the chance to reinforce the government's commitment to solving the nation's affordable housing crisis. The family hasn't even had a chance to explore inside.
We haven't been through the house, but we've been around the house.
The house is a great improvement to where she and her children were living.
It was not a family house. It was cold, drafty, concrete padding for a backyard, and it wasn't really ideal for my children and I.
The government has promised 6,400 more state houses in the country, with Dunedin's first 10 houses being completed by the end of this year. In Dunedin, for the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, Invercargill Police confirm a heavy armed defenders squad presence this afternoon, and we check out the Dunedin City Council's latest Healthy Homes scheme.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysPlumbing.co.nz.
They've been moving earth for nearly 30 years. Locally owned and operated, Hall Brothers Transport is your one-stop shop when it comes to demolition, site clearance, recycling buildings, chipping trees, earthworks, drainage and roading. Nothing goes to waste. Hall Brothers Transport can get the whole job done from start to finish, no matter how big or small. Give them a call on 4771 141 or drop into 26 Creswell Street behind the railway station. That's Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
Roslyn Mowers and Heating are your local Massport heating agents and offer you a competitive quote on complete Massport fire installation. Come and see the Massport Cromwell Ultra Low Emission Burner in action. See you in store soon.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Hi, it's me again. It's that time of year. It's our season, winter clearance. It's our greatest ever. 50% off all these, jackets and vests, knitwear, dress and casual trousers, warm shirts and business shirts, suits and sports jackets. 50% off. 3 stores, greatest ever winter season clearance. Alex Campbell Menswear.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
So, all 3 stores, 50% off. It's our greatest ever winter clearance.
Being a big softie takes training. Oh, I've gone to great lengths to become even softer while still being strong and reliable. The new me is bigger and softer than ever. Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676. Join us as we reveal what people keep behind garage doors. Sponsored by Garrador Dunedin and Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Welcome back. Armed police surrounded a Mavura Crescent property in Invercargill this afternoon. The police were carrying guns and put road spikes down on the street. Ambulance and Fire Emergency New Zealand crews were also at the location. In a statement, police confirmed there is police activity in Invercargill currently, however they weren't able to supply any further detail at this point. A man in the area told the Otago Daily Times police were calling for an Anthony to vacate the premises. The Dunedin City Council is offering homeowners free advice on the best ways to keep their homes healthy. Curtains, insulation, temperature and humidity all play significant roles in the health of a home and its residents, and the council is keen to educate residents.
Taking a tour of a typical Dunedin house. The Dunedin City Council is offering free independent advice on how to make homes warm, dry and energy efficient. The DCC's Eco Homes advisor Lisa Burrow says the new service they're offering can help people be healthier in their homes.
It's a new service that the council's offering where we can come along and give a 1 to 2 hour walk around their house, and we can point out where they can make improvements. We can do education on how ventilation works, what sort of mould to look out for, how to get rid of mould. And curtains, lots of free things you can do, as well as insulation schemes, energy efficiency, even looking at water flow and hot water uses, lots of things.
Burrows says there are a few relatively simple things people can do to improve their energy efficiency.
Yep, we kind of have the 3 different things. We talk about reducing the heat losses in the home and warming it up. So we're looking at your fires, your heaters that you've got, your insulation, and then we've got drying it out. So we want to have extractor fans in your bathroom vented to the outside, extractor fans in your kitchen or range hoods vented to the outside.
She says drying washing inside is a no-no because it adds to the moisture inside the house. She also says fish tanks need to be covered for the same reason, and better curtains will always help.
Yeah, no, there's some cheap things. So, if you want to improve the performance of your curtains, you can do things like roll up towels and put them along the top of your curtain rails, so then you stop that warm air dropping down behind your curtains. You can use draft stoppers on your doors. They're normally around $10. You might be eligible for the curtain bank, where they can come along and actually improve your curtains.
The scheme began recently, and the DCC is one of 7 local councils offering the service around the country. In Dunedin, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, police stop a South Canterbury car with road spikes, and we check out the weekend's weather.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysPlumbing.co.nz.
Hi, it's me again. It's that time of year. It's our season, winter clearance. It's our greatest ever. 50% off all these: jackets and vests, knitwear, dress and casual trousers, warm shirts and business shirts, suits and sports jackets. 50% off. 3 stores, greatest ever winter season clearance. Alex Campbell Menswear.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
So, all 3 stores, 50% off. It's our greatest ever winter clearance.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
Roslyn Mowers and Heating are your local Massport heating agents and offer you a competitive quote on complete Massport fire installation. Come and see the Massport Cromwell Ultra Low Emission Burner in action. See you in store soon.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
They've been moving earth for nearly 30 years. Locally owned and operated, Hall Brothers Transport is your one-stop shop when it comes to demolition, site clearance, recycling buildings, chipping trees, earthworks, drainage and roading. Nothing goes to waste. Hall Brothers Transport can get the whole job done from start to finish, no matter how big or small. Give them a call on 4771 141 or drop into 26 Creswell Street behind the railway station. That's Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Join us as we reveal what people keep behind garage doors. Sponsored by Garrador Dunedin and Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
Thanks for staying with us. A speeding vehicle doing around 160 kilometres an hour north of Timaru was stopped with traffic spikes. Police have stopped a vehicle containing 2 male occupants in Waterfront Road in Oamaru as part of a routine stop. But when the officer got out of the patrol car, the green Honda Civic sped away, heading north. A police spokeswoman says an hour later the vehicle reportedly drove off without paying for gas from a Waimate petrol station. A short time later, it failed to stop for police in Timaru, where a second pursuit began, before police abandoned the chase as it reached unsafe speeds. Some of the authors who are shortlisted in this year's New Zealand Book Awards for Children and Young Adults visited Dunedin's public library today. Their visit was attended by school children from all over Otago, who were given a chance to hear some of the secrets of creative writing.
A chance to meet some of the finalists in this year's New Zealand Book Awards. The Dunedin Public Library invited schools to hear from authors behind this year's best children's and young adults literature. Pauline Smith's book Dawn Raid follows a 13-year-old girl in the 1970s, when Pacific Island families were sometimes the target of immigration officials.
We had an economic downturn in the 70s, so there were too many people, not enough jobs, and it was easy for the government to target a group of people, particularly the Pacific Island people, as overstayers, which some of them were. However, 2/3 of the overstayers were from European countries, and they didn't get dawn raided like the Pacific people did.
While Smith never encountered a dawn raid herself, she has a good idea of how distressing the experience might have been.
However, we did in the 70s have the immigration people knock on our door asking for my father's papers, so it's a sort of version of a dawn raid. So a dawn raid is when people are asleep in their bed in the middle of the night and the police burst in and shine lights in your faces, and it's a bit tormenting and terrifying.
Smith has run workshops with intermediate-aged children and was impressed at how closely they read her book.
I'm really amazed at how critically they can look at things and think about things, and the strong opinions they have. They like having a cause, and they like the idea that I can stand up and say what I think about something.
She believes the secret to writing is everyone has a story to tell, and even the most ordinary setting can make a good book.
Sometimes that everyday, ordinary, mundane things that happen in your life, if you can explain them well, other people get it because they have those experiences too.
The New Zealand Book Award winners will be announced next Wednesday on the 8th of August. In Dunedin for the South Today.
It was just over a year ago the term Mycoplasma bovis crept into the vernacular. Since then it's had a profound impact on New Zealand agriculture.
There's a risk that farmers elsewhere in the country are still underestimating the significance and the importance of what we're doing here.
We're trying to get them sold for whatever we can get for them because we simply can't afford to keep feeding them.
To talk through the experiences that they've had, where we can improve, how we can make sure that we give that certainty to those who are directly affected.
And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page. What have you got for us in tomorrow's paper, Craig?
Good evening. Plenty of reading on a Saturday newspaper. We're going to have more on the rescue of the Australian soldier, Lieutenant Terry Harch from Mount Aspiring today. He landed at Dunedin Hospital about 5:15. So that's a good news story, really, because often these things turn to disaster. And we've managed to speak to some of those involved in the rescue, some of those that were at the scene with him. So yeah, it'll be well worth a read tomorrow.
And wasn't he quite prepared or something too? That was one of the reasons he was able to survive.
Yeah, he's an experienced climber, previously climbed Aspiring and also Mount Cook as well. So I guess that worked in his favour in the long run. Weekend mix, we've got an interesting story looking at prisoner rehabilitation. We've talked to former inmate and Polytech lecturer Rue Jade Morgan, who's now doing his bit to help inmates at Otago prison. He's brought up in a gang family, jailed for aggravated robbery for 6 years in the 1990s, and said it was the best thing that happened to him, made him turn his life around, and he's now giving back by running cultural engagement programs for inmates down at Otago. So yeah, that's a nice story as well.
Nice to have those in the weekend.
Yeah, it is, and plenty of sport as well. We've got the club rugby final between University and Harbour down at the stadium. Super Rugby final between the Crusaders and the Lions in Christchurch, and we also talked to, on the netball front, talked to Steel mid-quarter Gina Crampton ahead of the Steel's elimination final against the Tactics next Wednesday, so they're looking forward to win that and then go on to the big final the following weekend, hopefully.
Well, good luck the Steels and good luck the rugby teams. Lovely, you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT, and now it's time to look at tomorrow's weather.
Proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with today's southern view taken of Invercargill's main streets. Looking at the situation, it will be a fine weekend ahead for some parts. Expect some cloud along the eastern coast, at times with cool breezes there. Beginning on the northwest of the island, Greymouth and Westport will have a few showers, some heavy with nor'easters clearing later and highs of 12 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson can expect some cloud, but will otherwise be fine with northeasterly breezes bringing a high of 14. Blenheim will be mainly fine, but easterly breezes will bring a change with some cloud and rain developing later for a high of 14. And moving down towards Canterbury, Kaikoura, Christchurch and Ashburton will all experience morning low cloud or fog, but fine spells developing by the afternoon. However, rain might develop in the evening with highs of 11 to 12. Heading to the south, Balclutha and Catlins will wake to light northeasterlies and some cloud, looking at a high of 9, while it'll be fine in Gore and Lumsden with light winds and a high of 11. Across to central Otago, Alexandra, Queenstown, Tiana and Wanaka can all expect light winds, fine weather with highs from 11 to 12 degrees. And up to northern Otago on the coast, Oamaru and Timaru will see moderate northeasterlies, some cloud with highs of 10, while up in the Mackenzie country, Amurama and Twizel will be fine with light winds and a high of 11. Here in Dunedin tonight, it will continue to be cloudy with light northeasterly winds, bringing a low of 7. Saturday will continue to be cloudy, but some sunny periods will develop during the day on the back of moderate to cool northeasterly winds. Expect a high of 10 and a low of 6 overnight. And it's looking fine and sunny for Sunday with light northeasterlies and a high of 10, but cooler temperatures will see it drop down to a chilly 2 on Sunday night. And in Invercargill tonight, it continues to be cloudy with an expected overnight low of 7. Saturday and Sunday will be mostly fine with some patchy cloud at times. Light northeasterly winds will bring highs from 12 to 13, but again expect chilly overnight lows of 0 and 1. And that's our news for this Friday. For the latest news from the southern region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. For full stories, check out www.odt.co.nz. And have a great weekend. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.